I will be referring to everything as season 2, by the way.
No, I was gonna say 1.2.
All right, ready and back for a season 2 or season 1.2 preview. Of course, Jason with Mississippi State, also joined by Gabe, who has Florida,
Yo,
and Chapo has LSU, your reigning national champion.
Yo.
get off his dick.
So we're
Man,
gonna
let
go
that
over
man speak facts, man.
we're gonna go over the Heisman watch, and then over who we think is gonna win each conference, who's gonna make each conference championship game, and then who we think will make and inevitably win the playoffs as well. Um, so we're gonna start off with the Heisman watch. Now the game, of course, has this set up: Ollie Gordon, Shadur Sanders, Quinshon Judkins, Travis Hunter, and Carson Beck. So each of us are going to give you a winner, and then who we think is a dark horse favorite to win it. For everything, we'll start with Gabe, then go to Chapo, and then I'll finish.
Yeah, that's right. You should start with me. Uh, anyway, um, so just based off how it went last season 1.1, James Pierce won it, but I know Harold Perkins was number two, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like those will be one and two, or like in the top three. I might have those same two players in the top three, but um, the person I have winning it, I feel like I feel like Savan is going to be a lot better than he was last year, and I got a sneaky uh Nick Harbor going up there to win it, but I don't know if I want to put him at number one or a dark horse. He could be either one. Yeah. Um, I feel like an offensive player is going to win it this time. It's just depends because we got a lot of users moving around and shit. So I'm having Nick Harbor as my dark horse, and
Your
um,
winner?
I'm deciding between two players right now. I feel like since Ryan has got Kansas, uh, let's just say I'm gonna give Chapo love and say fucking Harold Perkins wins it because I can't decide which offensive player is gonna get us stats to beat the sack fucking gurus.
Um,
Although
me,
Chapo do got a harder schedule though, so we give or take. It can go either way.
well, for me, like last year, we had James Pierce win it. And then I had Harold Perkins, and I forgot who else was in third. Um, I feel like the game favors like defense alignment, especially if they're high in sacks and tackles for loss. So, and with my schedule this year, and like playing Savon, like you see Harold Perkins coming, gonna hurry up and try to get the ball out. So, and I had this problem like late in the season playing certain users that they don't let me sack them. So, for who I think may win this, I feel like James Pierce is probably gonna win it again, just off the strength of his schedule and like the users he play. I like Harold Perkins to be second, hopefully win it if I get that extra game. And my dark horse this year is gonna be Lenore Sellers. Because that like late in the season he got into the Heisman race like last few weeks, and the game that he did have versus us week zero. I feel like if he plays like that throughout the whole year, he's gonna be a sneaky player to get in top three of potentially winning the Heisman.
That's who I wanted to pick as well, but it was like that one's a hit or miss. I also wanted to pick Jason Milrow as a dark horse, but it depends on if Twan gets his internet fixed or not soon,
Yeah.
which he should be.
Chapo stole a little bit of my thunder. I think okay, Alicia, go. Chapo stole a little bit of my thunder. I think James Pierce is going to win it again. He had 2 sacks in the opener already. He's just really good. Drop has a good defensive scheme. His schedule is a little easier. My dark horse though is Jalen Daniels, quarterback for Kansas. For Ryan, we know Ryan's going to air that bitch out. And he does have a good running back this time, so maybe he's running a little bit more. Um, Could be interesting to see. Also, like Barryon Brown, he finished third last time for JJ. He's going to sling that bitch to him all game. So I think that either one of those would be good dark horse favorites.
Yeah, that's why he's hurt me. That's why I mentioned Ryan because I
Try
was
and get
like
him to
him with
fucking
Jay and
move. He
Daniels
doesn't
is
want to.
gonna fucking. I feel like he's gonna get a lot of stats of him, but
All right.
it's his receivers. I'm not sure exactly how
To
much
me?
success he can have with them.
Absolutely.
Oh. Oh, you
All
just
right,
come in and see what was wrong with me?
all right. Let's go on over to the conference standings. All right, so we're gonna start with the ACC here. Of course, I'm gonna say each user and their team. So Florida State is Alex, Georgia is Tim, Georgia Tech is Peso, Virginia Tech it's JG's, Clemson is eFly, Miami is Rob, Florida is Gabe, and South Carolina is Savon. Um, so why don't we each do a 1 through 8 and then pick who you think wins the conference championship game between your first two? That'll be fun.
So starting with me,
Yeah, starting with you.
interesting. One, because of his team and because how he plays with his team, I'm gonna go Tim again. I think Tim's gonna be favorite to win the conference again. His team is just a lot to overpower. So much so that he almost knocked off our reigning national champion. He should have. He didn't.
You
But he
should
did it.
have.
He did enough to. He did enough.
All right.
He did enough
Pull
to
your
knock
pants
him
up.
off, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. He did enough
Pull your
to win
pants
that
up.
game. He did enough to win that
LSU's
game,
putting
and he
that
can't do
NIL
that.
money to good use. That's all I
Yeah.
heard.
So
They did not deserve
I'm
it.
gonna have him at number one. Okay. Now, because Savon's schedule is not particularly like world-beating difficult, and how much he's improved since his horrible start last time, I'm gonna have him in the ACC championship game. But I don't know if he beats Tim. Then afterwards, I'm gonna have myself, Florida, at number three, outside looking in with a chance to sneak in possibly. But I'm not gonna. But my resume, and even to myself, has not spoken enough for me to go from 5 and 7 to ACC championship contender. So I'm gonna put myself at three, like a little humble guy myself. I am. Um. Then I'm gonna have Peso at number four, and then followed by E-Fly, followed by Rob, followed by JG's with Virginia Tech, and that is my 1 through 8. Oh
All right.
wait, I forgot to put Alex. But
Yep.
I have Alex above. I have Alex four, and then everything else falls under that. So that would go
Okay.
Peso, go Alex, Peso, E-Fly, Rob, and then JG's.
All right. Chapo.
All right. So for the ACC, favorite.
Oh, I forgot to. Sorry, Gabe. So you have Georgia and South Carolina. Pick your winner.
Georgia.
All right.
All right. For me, I'm going along with Gabe again, but I'm gonna switch it up. I like Savon winning the ACC this year. Um, Played a little different compared to how we played last time. I feel like he got what he wants to do now, and I don't feel like he's more worried on keeping Nick Harbor. I think he's more focused on winning. So I like Savon taking ACC this year, being the first ranked team, followed behind Tim, and then after that, I like Gabe being third, E Fly being fourth, Alex being fifth, Rob being sixth,
Peso seventh.
um,
Seventh.
Peso. No, I'm sorry. I like Peso at six, Rob at seven, and then G's at eight. And then for the winner, I'm taking Savon.
Peso. I'm not going to continue this disrespect that you keep getting after you made the playoffs last year. So I do.
Peso had some very close games
I've
against
got.
myself included.
I've got Savon at 1 still, and I've got Georgia at 2 still. We're all on the same page there, but I've got Peso at 3. I think he's still going to have a really good year, whether he pulls out this win versus Florida State or not. Um, I've got.
You think he's
I.
beating me again?
Mm,
That's what you're assuming. If you say got him at three.
yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to put you or someone else at 4. I think I'm going to go Florida at 4 over Florida State because I think you will beat him head to head. That's why. Um, Florida State at 5, Clemson at 6, Miami 7, Georgia Tech 8. So our bottoms are all the same. I think all of us had Miami and Virginia Tech in order to finish it.
Yeah, all of us are pretty similar, especially me and Chopper. Me and Chopper like a couple different, so I respect that list.
So Gabe had Georgia winning, and me and Chapo had South Carolina winning. All right, so for the Big 12, all right, this is Washington, who is Jazz, Texas, which is Dwayne, Oregon, which is Josh, Arizona, which is Lenny, Oklahoma, which is LP, USC, which is Chris, Cal, which is Dang, and Texas A&M, which is Chevy.
Now this one here, the shakeup we have after our restart, makes it a little more interesting. Arizona is wait who again? I keep forgetting who it
That's
is.
Lenny.
That's Mike. That's Lenny. Okay, I keep getting them mixed up. Okay, that's Lenny. So you see, we got Dang over there at Cal. We got Mike taking USC. That's a big jump. What are they like a 84 overall team compared to what he had? So I mean, that's this was tough. Right now, I have Cal and I have Lenny at Arizona if he's active enough in the championship game. Because I feel like Lenny's cheesy offense with that team is gonna get him a lot of wins, enough to get to the Big 12 championship. I won't pick the winner yet because I'm gonna decide once I get to the end. Afterwards, I got Josh. He played fairly decently throughout the year. I feel like he'll get some wins that he lost last season. Followed by USC, which is Mike, right? No, actually, no, hold on. Followed by
That's Chris.
LP. Oh, Chris, yeah. Um, Followed by Oklahoma. I mean, I have Oklahoma at 4 LP. Then USC, which is Chris. Then I got Texas A&M, which is Chevy, at 7, and then I got Jazz rounding it out with Washington at 8. And then winning the Big 12 championship, which I would have Cal and Arizona. I'm gonna say Dang finds a way to win and gets another automatic bid back into the playoffs.
Good pick.
All right, for me, they don't have Ryan anymore, so this conference is kind of up in the air a little bit more, as far
Mm-hmm.
as who can get first and second. From what I'm looking at right now, the favorite for the Big 12, I got Lenny with Arizona. Um, he did pretty good with Illinois, but Illinois wasn't as top heavy as Arizona is, so I feel like he's going to make a big jump with them guys. Then for second, um, I'm gonna go LP. I have my reasons for it. Better team than Cal, and I feel like he know what he like I said, like a lot of these other years that had bad seasons the first year, they figured out what they want to do, and I feel like things are gonna change for the most part. And then for third, I like Dang with Cal. Fourth, I like um I like Josh at 4, Chris at 5, um Onk at 6, Jazz at 7, and then coming last I have Chevy. And then to win it all, I like Lenny winning it.
Good pick. Interesting for sure. Not even having Dang in the title game. So
I mean, far as the reason why I didn't pick Dang is because Kansas and Cal is like two different rosters.
yes,
So it's going to be interesting to see like how he plays with them guys too.
there's a drop
So
off at quarterback, but both teams have an excellent running back.
This is the
yeah, it's
fourth
just the
time.
quarterback situation that is kind of iffy on how he performs now. Saying going from Jaden Daniels to I forgot who Cal quarterback is. It's a different ball game now, so it's going to be interesting to see how he performs. But I got him still high, but he can still potentially prove me wrong and get in that championship. But as of now, I like him being third.
This is now the fourth game I've watched Peso win using the glitchy wide stack play.
I see it now. Yeah, we may have to. I just watched it. We may have to figure something out about that.
It's the fourth one that he won
Yeah,
off of.
We'll
him and Drop used that play so
Bro,
expeditiously, bro. And
I
we'll have to. That's
we
I
just be
keep
saying
seeing.
that shit for
I
nothing.
keep seeing that happen too.
I've been trying to tell you I wasn't fucking around when it happened to me.
Yeah, we'll bring it up after this. We'll figure it out.
And like the way this game is with match, bro, is like the outside corner
Yeah,
picks the
it just
wrong guy every time.
every time.
It's
Yeah.
like the outside guy. It's like the outside corner is picking the guy that's behind the fucking stack receiver, and
Alex didn't
they
even
get
run match. He
toasted.
read cover 4. Or I mean
Now
not cover 4. He read cover 3.
back on subject.
But yeah, some cover threes have a match concept. So
Yeah, no,
it's
I mean
Yeah.
that's
is
it.
that outside corner taking that bottom receiver every time, and that stack receiver is to the house.
I want to pick LP to finish really high if he can. If he's playing on good internet, no portals, no bullshit, gets his game going, I think he can have a really good season. He can beat anybody. I'm gonna pick Cal for 1, Oklahoma at 2. I'm gonna go Arizona at 3, Oregon 4, USC 5, um, Texas 6, Texas A&M 7, Washington 8. And I think that Oklahoma and LP will beat Dang in the Big 12 title game. Just too much speed on the team. Significantly better roster. It'll be a close game, but
Yeah,
that's my
I
pick.
guess without a PSP, yeah, I feel like LP's got a really good chance. But I'm gonna stick with what I said.
Big Ten play. All right, so we got Michigan, who is Nelly, Ohio State, who is Hayden, Missouri, who is Mike, Penn State, who is Des, Maryland, who is Chap, Kansas, which is Ryan, Colorado, which is Leslie, and Notre Dame, which is Jack.
Um. Well, so I definitely got Hayden on the top. I think wasn't last year's Big Ten championship Hayden and Des.
No, it was Hayden and Jack.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jack was terrorizing the league. You're right. Oh my God, Alex just scored. That was fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get distracted. Um, this time I'm gonna have Des and Hayden up there, 1 and 2, with Hayden winning the Big Ten championship, followed by Jack, followed by okay, okay, followed by Ryan, followed by Jack. Who's Missouri again?
That's Mike.
Leslie, right?
It's
Oh,
Mike.
Mike. I keep
Colorado's Leslie.
forgetting. I keep forgetting who keeps changing to who. Okay, Mike. I'll have Mike following Jack then at number 5. Then I'll have Colorado. No, I'll have Nelly 6.
Colorado 7, Maryland 8.
Yeah. Those are very bottom, like, same-ish users that I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That was a weird one to pick.
Chapo.
Oh, I ain't no get was done. Uh, so top first two is gonna be the same teams. This time I like Des being number 1, and then Hayden being number 2. At 3, I got Ryan fighting to be number 2. Um, Jack at 4. Um, Mike at 5. Nelly at 6. Leslie at 7, and Chap at 8. And I like Des winning the Big 12, Big 10 this year after being snubbed out of the championship last year.
I don't even have Des in my Big Ten title game. So I've got Ohio State
Damn,
1.
what a hater.
Yep, Kansas 2. Well, part of it is because Des is on vacation these first 2 games likely, and one of them is against Ryan.
Damn,
So
I didn't even know that.
how you
so
gonna leave these information
he's
out, bro?
gonna. You're the same chat that I am. You know when he's coming back. So
Bro, I ain't
he's
even
gonna
paying
play him,
attention
but
to
it's
all
gonna be on
that,
a
bro.
portal. It's gonna be on a portal though.
Well, that changes everything, bro.
So that's only one loss.
I'm gonna have Ryan in the game too if if he's gonna miss 2 games.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah. So
same here. I didn't even know Des was gonna be gone
how are you
for
gonna
them
have him
3
from your
games.
champion down to not even making the game? Crazy.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't have a champion. But bro,
Chapo.
I feel like the top of that division or conference is going to be like very close. Like 1 or 2 games will alter the whole thing. So if you're telling me he's going to be away for 2 or more games, then that changes my entire fucking thing. Now I have Ryan up there with Hayden still winning it, but I'm probably going to switch him out from Ryan losing the game and then Penn State #3 and everything else stays the same.
I've got Ohio State and Kansas in the game. Ohio State will win the regular season championship, but Kansas will win the championship game. I'm gonna have Penn State in third. I've got Mike in 4, Nelly in 5, Jack at 6, Colorado at 7, and then Maryland at 8. Chap. I think Nelly's gonna upset some people this year. I saw a screenshot of a certain user. He beat 56-42 last night, or was it the night before? Help me
Oh
out,
yeah, we
Gabe.
did play last.
Yeah.
Oh, we did play last night.
Nelly's been improving his game a lot, so I think he'll have a better season. And he's going to run crazy with Edwards. So, all right, moving on to SEC. 1 second, Alicia. Daddy's doing something. All right, so we have Alabama, which is Twan, Louisville, which is Delvin, LSU, which is Chapo, Tennessee, which is Drop, Kentucky, which is JJ, Auburn, which is CJ, Mississippi State, which is me, Jason, and Arkansas, which is T. Lou. The only person swapped in on this one is Delvin, who's in for Leslie.
Okay. Well, automatically on the bottom, I'm gonna have T. Lou and Jason. So let's get that out the way.
That's disrespectful as fuck to have Delvin ahead of me, but okay. Continue.
No, I know. T. Lou on the bottom, and then you're on top of him.
Well, that's insane to have Delvin ahead of me. Continue.
Yeah, I know. I have him on the bottom.
You just said
shit.
T-Lou on the bottom, you fucking dumbass.
Oh shit! I forgot about that
Fucking-
was in there too. No, my fault. I see what you're saying now. Okay, winning the 1 and 2 in the SEC. Now we got reigning national championship motherfucker over here, Chapo. I think last year he was on the outside looking into this game. Ended up still winning the Natty, so it didn't really matter. But this year, Chapo got that tough schedule. According to Jason, the toughest schedule in the league. I think the top 3 results are going to be exactly the same. I'm going to have JJ and Drop in the national title or in the SEC title game. LSU #3 with a high enough record to get into the playoffs, just like last year. And this time, they've played fucking 5 times. I feel like Drop's going to win that game. SEC title,
Crazy.
bid. Technically, I mean, he does have the better team too. So I think if Drop can find a way to fucking like out maneuver JJ's brain, which somehow that's giving him problems, I think he could win that game. After 4 times of playing, he might finally beat him. I'm just gonna predict that happens. Then I got LSU 3, still making the playoffs. No disrespect. You got a schedule. You might lose a couple games close. So that's why I'm gonna go with for that. Afterwards, I got Auburn, CJ. Played pretty good. Enough to make a bowl game, not enough to make the playoffs. Especially that. No, actually no. I got Twan, but Twan's weird.
Twan smoked in the bowl game.
I would have Twan like up at the top if he had good internet, but he don't. So
I don't think Twan's a better
take that
user than any of those 3 above him, though. Like, we keep saying that, but I don't think Twan's better than Drop, JJ, or Chapo, even if he has better internet.
You're right, but I mean, I can see him winning some of those games that he otherwise wouldn't. I mean, he almost beat Drop. It took a miraculous comeback for Drop to lose that game. So I mean, that's what I'm going off of. But I have Twan 4, CJ 5, Mississippi State. It could go either way with him and Delvin, but I have Mississippi State at 6, and then I have Delvin at 7 and T. Lou at 8.
Ball game. Florida State wins in overtime. All right.
Yeah, that was a crazy game when he played. I should probably clip that.
It's just a fumble. Okay. Anyway.
No, the one before halftime.
Oh. Chapo, what you got for the SEC?
You know, SEC. Gotta give credit where it's due. Number 1, I'm taking LSU being number one. We fell short last year, but we know why we fell short. So we going into this year with a different perspective and a different game plan. Number two, I like Drop. He took some tough L's to JJ last year, and I feel like he's ready to get them wins back. So I like Drop being number two, JJ being number three, Twan being at four, CJ being at five, Jason at six, Delvin at seven, and T. Lou at eight. And in the SEC championship, I like my Tigers blowing out Drop and holding up that hardware.
Okay, we got to stop. All the disrespect that's going on right now. He hasn't lost an SEC game yet, and he beat everyone last year. I've got JJ winning the conference again. Now I've got.
Reason why I don't have JJ in it because I lost to questionable play that I did to myself.
Yeah,
That could have
I
potentially
don't
probably won
think
that
Drop.
game.
I know that it was close. I don't think Drop is going to beat JJ. I cannot see it happening.
I
So
just,
I think
I feel like JJ's gonna completely dominate the overall head-to-head record between them two. But after 3 times, I feel like Drop's gonna get at least
But he
one.
had 2 opportunities to win. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He's gonna win
And I mean,
eventually.
I didn't disrespect JJ enough to keep him out of the SEC championship. I think like the loss I'm predicting to drop in the SEC championship is his only SEC loss he has the whole season. I
Okay.
feel like he wins the rest of them.
Yeah, I've got JJ. He will lose a game somewhere in conference play. I don't think he goes undefeated again, but he will win the regular season conference title. I've got Chapo in it too. He has Drop at home in Death Valley. That's my tiebreaker right there. So I've got Tennessee at 3. I've got Twan at 4 because I think he's going to beat me head to head because it's at Bryant Denny. I've got myself in at 5. I've got CJ at home this year too, and he barely beat me last year. Like I get he beat Drop early in the season, so he had some early season hype, but he did not finish well, and Twan beat him like a drum in the Iron Bowl. So Mississippi State 5, Auburn 6. I've got T-Lou finishing 7 because once he gets his internet going, I think he's better than Delvin as long as he's not turning the ball over. So I think that T-Lou will win the head-to-head game between the two. And then Delvin at 8. Okay, so let's do let's have everyone do the 12 in the playoffs. Look through whatever you need to look through. So start with Gabe. So Gabe's automatic bids was Georgia, Tennessee. Who else did you have? Who was your Big 12 winner?
Georgia, Tennessee. I forget who's in which conference. I had Georgia, Tennessee, Cal, and
Ryan
Ohio
or
State.
And okay, Ohio State. So 8 more if you can pick them. Who's in?
Okay, starting with the SEC, 8 more. I got both JJ. If I have Drop winning it, then I have both Chapo and JJ getting in. That's it from the SEC. That's
All right,
2.
so look, 9 left. We'll count it like
What?
that. We'll just go 9 spots left. We'll count it like that. Just go conference by conference so you don't get it mixed up with the automatic bids. Or no, 8 left because there's going to be one CPU team no matter what.
So I would have 6 left. If I have 4 automatic bids.
Well, I wasn't going to count your automatic bids till we went to the next conference. You understand?
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so I have JJ and Choppa getting in from the SEC, other than my winner. ACC, I have. I have so if I have Tim winning it, I have Savon, and I have myself going in as a low seed.
Jesus. All right, so 5 spots left.
Big 12. If I have Dang winning it, I have LP and Lenny going in.
All right, 2 spots left.
And then
you've made a mistake because now you're gonna have to leave. You're telling me Des isn't gonna be in the playoffs?
No, Des will be in the playoffs. and then
And you have the Big Ten. So
so will Ryan.
okay, so you're leaving
Yeah,
out
yeah,
Hayden
that works
then.
for me.
So Hayden's not in the
No,
playoffs.
Hayden's my winner
Okay, but you
of
don't
the
have
whole
enough
thing.
spot. You just listed off 12 people, but only 11 of them
Wait,
can get in.
you were confusing the fuck out of me because I
Okay,
went.
just go conference by conference, right? You picked 3 in the SEC, you picked 3 in the Big Ten, you said 3 from the Big 12, and you said 3 from the ACC. That doesn't work because there's one automatic bid for a
Oh yeah, you're
CPU
right.
team.
Okay, so keep everyone I just said, but leave myself out.
Okay. Alrighty. What you got, Chapo? Go conference by conference, starting with the ACC.
All right, so my 4 automatic bids, I have
Well,
Savon.
so you don't get mixed up. Just do it conference by conference. That way we
No, I
keep
have
on
it.
with
I
it.
already have it pinned out. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
thinking about it. So four teams is gonna be Savon, myself, Hayden, and Big 12, Lenny, and then the other 7 teams, I have Des, Ryan, LP, Dang, Drop, JJ, and I got one more, right?
I don't know because you didn't go conference by conference. I can't see what you're looking at.
All right, so I said 4. So I'm gonna just from the SEC, JJ and Drop. That's 6 teams.
Okay.
Then from the Big 12, I have LP and Dang. That's 8.
3
From
spots
the
left.
Big 10, 3 spots. Okay, 3. Then after that, I have Des and Ryan, and then
One,
from the ACC, I have Tim.
all right, that's your 12. All right. Yeah, I've got both Savon and Tim getting in from the ACC. I think that would be their only 2. Alicia Shush going to the Big 12. I've got LP and Dang to start off with. That's 4. Big 10. I've got Des Ryan and Ohio and Hayden. That makes 7. SEC. I've got LSU, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So that leaves me 1 spot left. It's I'm stuck on Lenny or Peso for the last spot. I'll probably go Lenny just because he is a solid user. He's gonna run the ball all goddamn game. So most of our top 12s are about the same. It'd be interesting to see for sure. Oh, and who's your national champion? Tell me who are the 2 that get in and who's the winner.
Mm, I don't I don't think the clock strikes midnight twice, Chapo. I'm not gonna have you winning season 1.2,
Oh,
but I'll have.
sleeping. So,
For okay, but like I'm not saying anything crazy here. Like you got to you got to the Natty and won it, and I respect that.
And
You
nobody's
had some
taking your title
questionable
away
win.
from me, but you had 2 wins that EA was just all over you on.
I wasn't
So
even gonna go that far. I was just like I was just the fact how close they were. Like any of those games could have gone either way. Um, who I'm gonna have winning it though? See, I don't even know if I even want to put you in the Natty. That's the thing.
I don't have him in the natty either, if it makes you feel better. I don't have him even in the
Mm,
game. I have him winning the SEC, but not in the game.
I don't have Savon going because I don't think his team is built enough to do it.
I don't think Savon's team can win 3 games in a row in the playoffs.
Something I got a feeling JJ's gonna end up being one of them, and the other natty contender. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say Ryan climbs up and somehow makes it with Kansas, just like Dame did.
You stole my fucking thing. That's my exact same too. I have JJ and Ryan in the title game, and
I just something tells me that shit's about to happen. Especially just knowing what those teams have and what they're gonna play and
who's your
who's gonna
winner?
win it. As much as I don't want to say it, I feel like I feel like the winner of that game, year one, would go to uh JJ just because his weapons are better.
I'm gonna tell you something. Last year in the playoffs, SEC teams that lost only lost to other SEC teams. The SEC is the finish line. JJ's gonna win the national title this year. Um, that's he will beat Ryan in the title game. Alicia, stop! Good lord, kid. Yeah, that's my pick. What you got,
But
Chapo?
I will say Chapo makes it to the road like the one of
He'll
the
be in the
two
second
games
round.
before
Yeah,
it. I feel like he loses the right before the Natty to
I
one
think
of
he
those
beats
two.
JJ in the SEC title, but loses to him in the playoffs.
Yeah, because a lot of these people will be playing each other multiple times. That's the thing. Except for Drop versus JJ, I don't think any of them are gonna win. I don't see a lot of people winning 2 straight games against each other. What do you got, Chapo?
Um, for the Natty,
Hmm.
of course, I'm taking myself. I mean, y'all gotta prove me wrong that I'm not gonna make it back. I mean,
Okay.
y'all can say EA did this and did that.
It
At the end of the
was. It
day,
was.
I mean, at the end of the day, they all had opportunities to win and they didn't get through,
L-
regardless of
listen, if he had
what
been
EA.
hit, like you, people drop passes after getting hit all the time. I wouldn't have said shit, but he literally was not touched and dropped the ball.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's the only like most like 99.9% of the time that exact phrase you said I would have been right there with you. But Tim did do everything he could to win that game and
And I'm
made
gonna
the
be
plays he could, and he got fucked out
honest,
of it.
JJ's fake punt was dumb, but he got fucked like 4 or 5 different times in that game too. Like it
It
was
was only
bad.
twice, bro. It was the
No,
two
no.
punts. It was nothing else that happened. Like
Uh-uh.
everything else was literally me. The two punts, okay, I understand that, but everything else was literally on him.
I'm
Like
not
it
even
was
talking about
nothing.
punt returns, bro. But I mean, yeah. So you got yourself
Yeah,
winning it. Who are you gonna face off against?
Um, I like Ryan. I like Ryan getting there this year. Um, and then I like him getting there and playing. Um, I got him playing Savant to go there,
Oh,
and
in the second
that's
round.
gonna be a good game in the semi, yeah, to get to the Natty. And then I got myself winning again. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna speak highly of myself. I don't give a fuck. I mean, we won a national championship, and we're gonna have the same mindset of going back and winning it again. So prove me wrong that I'm
I,
not
I
gonna
think
make it. I won't.
I think
I don't hate yourself picking yourself. I
yeah,
just feel
you can't pick against yourself. I think that's fine. JJ said a great point that it's going to be really hard for people to repeat in this game. Like there's just you can't make any mistakes at all. It's not like Madden where you can rebound from a lot of the things you can fuck up on. I mean, you saw
yeah,
I
that's what
mean,
I'm
like
saying.
true.
last night
And
Savon
you
didn't
and
even fuck
Jason,
up. He just got held to a field goal one time and lost. Like
that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, Jason, and you made a good. You just said it right. It's about making the less mistakes. Last year, I was the number one team with less mistakes. Who
I
says
hear
I'm not
you.
going to be the number one team again with less mistakes again?
I hear you. I think we're going to figure more things out on defense as this season goes along. Last year, offenses were fucking nuts. Like, everybody was just, you have to score a touchdown every possession or you lose. So it'll be
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
that
yeah,
was
I
always.
don't think it's
It's always
crazy
gonna.
if you,
It's gonna
like,
be like that when it's playing good users. Like good user versus good user, it's always gonna be an offensive shootout because defense is hard this year, and it's hard to figure out people to stop them a certain way. Because if you take away one thing, something else is gonna open up. An open field, short route game can turn into big plays. So it's like you said, it's all about that one play. Like if you make that one stop, it's over with. So it's gonna be more or less like last year, who makes the least amount of mistakes.
I think that JJ beats Drop again 2 more times this season. He'll beat him in the regular season and then again in the playoffs. I think
and
he's
we
going to be
won't
Yeah,
see
and
5 and
the end
0.
of
once
it.
that
Or I mean,
happen,
or
if
not we,
once
but
that happen,
Drop
he
won't see the
has
end of that.
to like not say nothing
At
until
some
he
yeah, at some point he
does
can't talk
something.
anymore. 3 and 0 was bad, bro. Yeah,
But you know he's going to though.
yeah,
That's the funny part.
Three and
but
He's
if
oh,
going
it
to
gets
say
bro.
if it
Three.
gets to 5 and 0
Listen,
or 6 and 0, bro, like
listen, bro. It ain't even about the 3-0. It's about the first game. He literally had the worst loss
76 and 4.
deficit by any person in the league. Even in the top 10 users, he got beat.
worse than anybody in the league, bro. Like,
Yeah, it was bad.
you got to
There was
look at it
another.
sometimes.
Who
Like,
was that
maybe on
other shitty fucking user that JJ put 78 on? I'm trying to
You.
remember.
the one that's
Yeah,
doing this video right now with
I
y'all.
know that.
I didn't have a James Pierce in the game to fucking go against JJ with
The
like
thing is,
that.
I don't understand how y'all let these people get crazy sacks. I I mean, the first two games, it was bad for me when I was just trying to throw all game. But if you just throw short passes and RPOs and stuff, you saw Harold Perkins got limited at the end of the year last year because nobody would sit back and try to throw all game against him. So I think
Yeah.
pass rush is getting figured out slowly.
Which is why I wanted to pick an offensive player. I just couldn't trust anybody to play enough offense to somebody to get it.
Yeah, good
But
point.
I will say, if Tim can't score more than 7 points against CJ, I might have to reassess my entire ACC list.
Are they playing right now? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it's a fourth quarter, and
I think
CJ's winning 17-7.
I think Tim has gotten a little too much hype. Like, yeah, he's winning games and he beats them on. But like when I played him, bro, it didn't feel. It felt like I was playing against a good team. It felt like I was playing the Chiefs year one in a Madden league. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
I
Tim
don't.
is the
Tim is not sick.
Tim. No, I
Go ahead.
don't consider Tim a top 10 talent. I feel like he's middle of the pack
I still
talent
don't. I still don't even think
with
he's
a
top
top
15
one
user.
team.
Yeah, uh, that's a good point. I mean, that's exactly how I feel too.
But look at this shit. Like I feel like at this rate, I might fucking put myself in the ACC championship.
The ACC is just. It is definitely the least talented conference. I think when you look at it as a whole, SEC is definitely number one. Big Ten is definitely, well, I would say number two. I mean, it's got three top 7 users. So, um, and then it's y'all in the Big 12, and I don't know which one's worse. Big 12 is lower at the bottom, but there's probably more top-ish level guys in the Big
I feel like
12.
we're better. We're definitely more. There's definitely a lot more middle of the pack users in here than there. Like our bottom is literally like JGs, and then the talent significantly increases from that point on.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, bro, I think that we're going to see it the more as the NCAA goes on. I think Rob is taking a step back this year.
Well, we're gonna find out tonight that we should be playing tonight. I shouldn't lose to him twice.
Yeah, if you.
I mean, the only reason I lost is because I couldn't make a field goal.
At least you
But
should.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the predictions video, guys. We had a bunch of rambling there at the end, but last game was going to be played at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then we will advance to week one. Make sure you're doing your recruiting every week. As Gabe kind of highlighted in the chat, and I think Chapo did earlier as well, like, this is not like Madden. If you don't recruit, you will murder your roster, and it will not take 6 years. It will take a year and a half. So make sure you're doing your recruiting. And then everybody get their games in and keep pushing the way we have been. I mean, we've been rocking and rolling in here.